Okay, if you're an Aquarius born January 20th to February 18th, what can you expect for the month of November 2017? Let's tune in and find out. So Aquarius, I see this, that you have some things that you're focused on, some things that you want to get done, projects, whether it's moving or whether it's an advancement in your career or it's having a baby. But I feel like, I see like these three different piles, and I see one of them just get messed up and trampled on, and it's kind of like what you're being asked to do is just to do what you can, right? That some things are a little messy, some things just don't come together as quick as we would like, and that your job, you're being asked to kind of like just go with the flow and don't be as nervous or afraid or conflicted by it. Just know that this is a positive thing for you, and that you're really going to open the door to something that's really great and something that's really positive for yourself. But don't get caught up in the messiness. Don't get caught up in trying to have everything perfect. It's just about seeing what it is and then going with it. And in doing that, you're going to be able to rise above kind of like just getting caught in the frustration of things not going as planned. And it's just one area of the life. I feel like the other areas of your life, everything's like really doing well, but this other area is just a little bit messy, and it's not, it feels a little bit trampled on, and you're like, oh, brother. But, it's just like accepting it. And this is just opening the month of November, right? I'm not saying this is the entire month. It just feels like this is kind of what you're presented with in the early days of November. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at Aquarians' romantic relationships and see what's in store for you. So there's a real, I just feel like there's this peace, there's this groundedness, there's this really stabilizing force that's happening or has already happened for you with your relationship. There's also there does feel like some of you, because you don't really want to fight, you just kind of like tally or make marks, about, well, they didn't do this and they didn't do that and they keep acting like this. So there's a little bit of almost like a grudge or resentment that some of you are hanging on to that I feel like is going to come up this month to be cleared. And that's okay. It's good. It's good to get these things, to air these grievances so that they don't turn into something. You may find yourself being willing to have some deeper conversations this month than you would have in other months. And that's okay. It's a good thing. And I feel like your partner is going to be receptive to it. And in fact, they might even say, well, why didn't you say something sooner? So I feel like it goes well all in all, as well as, discrepancies can go, right? Because clearly sometimes people don't see it the same way that we see it. All right, so let's look at, let me see if there's anything else in your relationship, your romantic relationship. There's definitely some positive spiraling energy going up. November 20th, the 22nd, 25th, just things getting better, improving, feeling positive, feeling good is how I would interpret that energy. And for those of you that celebrate Thanksgiving in the U.S., enjoy it. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I feel like there might be a really nice romantic getaway for you and your partner that feels really relaxing and really good. Now, for those of you that are single Aquarians and you're looking for romantic love, let's see what's in store for you. So right away, I really get that you're going to have to take better care of you if you want to have the energy and the stamina and to be able to deal with somebody else. So part of it is, one, clearing the schedule, making room for somebody else, not always having so many things to do or being so busy that you don't have time for a romantic partner. So for some of you, it means delegating, getting rid of some things, or not saying yes to everything. And even if you haven't met somebody yet, you want to create the space for somebody to show up. A lot of times we'll go, well, when I meet that person, I won't work as much. Or when I meet that person, I will stop doing XYZ all the time. And what the universe is saying is like, listen, we can't send you anybody because there's no room. When would you even see them? When would you even meet them? So you want to be strategic and create a little space in your schedule this month, and just don't have everything so backed up, so filled up, so that you can really be able to receive and have some fun. Now, for those of you that are going, I've got all the time in the world, so if that doesn't apply to you and you already have all this space, then yours is the opposite. Then what you want to do is you want to start to commit, because the universe is seeing you as non-committal, so it's not sending anybody to you because you don't want to commit. So that means that you need to go commit to an organization such as volunteering, or commit to yourself and say, I'm going to get up and I'm going to start working out, or I'm going to start eating better. But it's about, for you, it's about committing. So depending on which end of the spectrum you're on, you want to be able to actually activate that opportunity to be able to draw in a relationship by doing one or the other based on your present situation. So who knew, right? So I think if you do that, you're going to find very quickly that there's a person that shows up that is very keen on you, and really just, the word enthralled comes up, it's just enthralled with you. And I see you a little skeptical, but I think once you scratch the surface, you're going to see that, sometimes Aquarians could go, okay, why are they single? If they're so great, why are they single? You know what? It's because all this time they were waiting for you, and that's the truth, okay? So don't get over analytical with it. You just want to be able to relax and enjoy the relationship and have some fun. Okay, so let's look at your money situation for Aquarians. Early in the month, there's a full moon in Taurus, November 3rd and 4th, and Taurus, is that, Taurans have a big heart energy, really grounded, really stable, loyal, loving, but they can be also extremely stubborn. So I do see some great financial rewards coming in. It might be something that you've had to work for really hard. It could be the sale of a home. It could be the sale of a project. It could be the end of, something that you've been waiting for a long time. For some of you, it could be a payoff. It could be a settlement of sorts, but I do feel like there's some big money coming in. It might be an early inheritance that you see, or some additional money coming in for you on that early part of November. Okay, so any other money ideas or conversations? Just be careful with your money around, it feels like there's a new moon on in Scorpio, November 18th. It feels like there's potential to overspend, overspend a little bit too much. Aquarians, around that date, either, you do something unexpected, or you weren't really thinking, and, you treat yourself lavishly only to live in regret the week later. So just be aware around your spending around that new moon. Other than that, I feel like the month is really great for you with money, and I feel like there's great opportunities to invest and take advantage of it, and to really reap the benefits of your hard work. Okay, so let's look at your health for Aquarians. For some of you, there may be some, if you've had some issues with knees or ankles, elbows, it feels like joints. So there may be some, for some of you, it could be weather related, that, when it gets cold or it gets hot, or there's just weather changes, you may get achy bones, or you may get more joint things. So you want to be aware of that. Or it could just be that you've overdone it and you're feeling a little bit more sore, but I really want you just to be extra careful with your joints, and make sure that you have your, the proper shoes, and that you're paying attention to where you're walking. You want to just, protect yourself that way. So slowing down is always the best bet, and having an awareness around where you are and what you're doing is really important, and I think you'll be fine. Okay. All right. Let's see if there's anything unexpected for Aquarians for the month. Okay, there may be somebody, this is interesting, there may be somebody who asks you to do a favor for them, and it turns out that it's actually the biggest favor for you. So something that comes in where somebody says, hey, will you do this for me? And you end up saying yes, and you do it, but it ends up being such a gift to you. So I'm not quite sure what that would be, but if you're so inclined to say yes to somebody who's asking something of you, I do feel like you're going to get so much benefit out of it that, you would have paid them to let you do it for them. So I feel like whatever this is really, it's a great opportunity. It may be it may be that you're asked to volunteer. It may be that you're asked to, speak or to, recognize somebody or show up for something. But it just turns out this situation or this event is not at all what you expected. And I do feel like you earn so many rewards by saying yes and participating. So just be aware that this opportunity for you to give back, to actually give to somebody else, is ultimately ends up turning into a big gift for you. All right, Aquarians, have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you're celebrating it in the States. And for those of you that enjoy my intuitive astrology, please click like, share it with your friends, comment below. Have a wonderful month, everyone, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month.